is it for you to say no? The inability to say no is a major marker to poor health. Learning how to say no could be the best protection for your health.
I wish that I could say no more often. I would definitely call myself a people pleaser. I'm recently divorced and would really like to focus on myself, but I feel like my disease to please is holding me back. I especially feel responsible for my mom. My father's passed away, and I feel like that's my responsibility as her daughter to look after her. Mom, where do we have to go today?
I have to go to the druggist, pick up my prescriptions.
My mother doesn't drive, and I feel like I need to make sure that she gets where she has to go. Sometimes that means foregoing things that I would like to do for myself. I'm the person that my friends call for everything. Yeah, I can pick you up, no problem. I'll be there. When I have friends over, it never fails. I always end up paying. I always feel like I'm the one that should pick up the tab because I make more money than they do at work. They always assume I'll just do it. Karen doesn't have kids. Karen doesn't have a family. We'll just ask Karen, and Karen will say yes. I think worrying all the time about everyone else causes me to have a headache every day. I don't sleep well. I worry about things all the time. I think I always look really happy and I never want to put anyone out. But I think what people don't know is sometimes I do feel a little resentful.
Karen is here and she's in our truth tube. Have you always felt the need to please?
Always. For as long as I can remember.
Because you're adorable in that little piece.
Thank you.
I watch you and you're like so many people I know. How hard is it for you to express how you really feel about these requests?
I never do. Ever. I don't want to disappoint anybody.
So I asked Karen to join us, and the reason I wanted to do the show so desperately is because I looked at how much of an impact on our health occurs when we never say no. And this recent study showed that there's a 35% increase in premature death, and the rate of cancer goes up by 70%. These are just massive numbers.
Yes.
So we asked you to answer some questions, in part to figure out how at risk you were. I want to share these questions with everybody at home as well. I want us all to understand how much of a problem we have saying no in our lives. So these are questions that I asked you to grade from 1 to 5. 1 means that you're not sure that it applies to you. 5 means it's absolutely you. So everyone do this with me. Here's the question. I'm going to put them up in the truth tube. First question is, I keep my emotions to myself. I heard that from you in that piece. I'm afraid to let people know my feelings. When I'm angry, I do not let people know. I often don't tell my friends something that I think will upset them. I try to be pleasant so that others won't get upset. And finally, when I'm anxious, I try not to worry anyone else. So I want you all, I see a lot of people nodding their heads, yes. But again, you've got to grade yourself here. Be honest. 1 means doesn't apply to you, 5 means it's you. So if you have a score of 5, that means that those numbers I gave are pretty much accurate. 35% chance of premature death, 70% increase in cancer. Your grade, 4.7. I mean, you're right there, as high as they get. And you're not alone. You see all the murmuring in the audience because people find themselves in this tale.
Yeah.
By saying yes to everybody else, including the mom who you love, you're saying no to your own health, which I'm sure your friends and especially your mom don't want you to do. So is that something that you can live with?
No, I think I'm a healthy person. I try to be a healthy person, but I know that this isn't healthy. And those numbers are scary. They're really scary. And I would love to know how to fix that.
All right, so we're going to do that today. That's the whole purpose of the show. I've asked psychotherapist Dr. Tiffany Davis-Henry to join us. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Tiffany.
Hey, no problem.
Help Karen and so many other women who are up near 5 on this scale. Help them understand, and me too, why is it so difficult for women to say no?
Well, women in particular have this issue. Karen, you're not alone. We heard the murmurs in the audience. I'm one of them, too. I want to please everyone. And I think as women, we're kind of raised that way. We're raised as nurturers, as caretakers, to take care of everyone. But no one gave us the lesson to take care of ourselves.
So I asked Dr. Tiffany to help us all understand this a little better. She made a little demonstration.
Yeah,
come on over here.
Come on over.
So you got a cup and a teapot. What do these represent?
I do have a cup, and this beautiful little cup represents my love, Karen, here. And, you know, this teapot is going to represent all of the things that she pours into her life. So, Dr. Oz, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a list that Karen has of things that she's been asked to do over the last month. And Karen's going to tell me whether she said yes or no. And, Dr. Oz, you're going to pour for every yes she gives.
Okay.
And you can stop pouring when she says no. Okay? Got it?
Understood?
Uh-huh. All right, Karen, a friend asked if she could come over and use your cable TV.
Yep.
Uh-huh. A coworker asked you to help on a project even though you had plans of your own.
Yep.
Okay. Your mom asked you to drive her around to do errands.
Yep.
Your company asked you to work on the weekends.
Yep.
Your coworker asked for a large donation beyond your means.
Yep.
Okay, well, Karen, this is a bit much. You've done so much for everyone else. You're nowhere on this list. You got to start taking care of you because you're already overworked and underpaid for things you're doing for other people and not enough for yourself, right?
Yep.
So, Dr. Tiffany, for people whose cup has spilled over, so to speak,
Yeah.
when do you recognize when you've taken on too much? Where do you draw the lines?
Well, I think the line has to be when you start having that feeling, and I think Karen feels it, but she doesn't honor that feeling deep in your gut where it says, I don't want to do that, you know? I'm resenting it. You have a nasty attitude. You don't feel like it. You're coming with your shoulders bent over. You don't really want to do it. If you don't want to do it, guess what, Karen? Don't do it.
But how do you deal with the guilt when you say no?
Aha, that's perfect.
Yes.
That's perfect. I'm so happy you asked that because Dr. Tiffany is answering that question with this little demonstration.
Come on over, Karen.
I'll stand next to you and support you here, but let me explain how you're going to do this.
You're going to support her, Dr. Oz, but she's going to do all the work. What I ask folks to do, and everybody here can do this, you can do this at home, create a relive or a resent board. Relive are things that you want to do over and over again. You don't mind doing them. You love to do them for your friends, your family. The resent stuff is stuff that you really wish you hadn't done, and if you could do it all over again, you just wouldn't. Whatever it is, you either relive it or you resent it. So, Karen, these are all of the things on your list. I want you to take a moment, put each of these in either the relive category or the resent category for me.
Okay.
Made a donation beyond my means. No, I'm happy you're honest.
Yeah.
Oh, nephew got sad. The nephew's radar detector is relived, thankfully.
Okay.
Took on a coworker's project, often a problem.
Right. Let her friends use her cable TV. She would do that over and over again. Do they pay the bill? Is my question.
All right, let's skip that.
Picked up a tab.
This is a big resent.
Unwanted car warranty.
Okay.
That's all right. Is that fair?
You sure?
No,
you sure? No.
I'm just struck that more than half the things in that list we just presented that made the cup spill over are things you resent doing.
Yeah. This is the stuff that doesn't make you feel good to do, and actually it makes you feel icky to do. You don't want to do it.
Right.
So tell me a little bit about why you feel the need, why you feel like you have to do it.
I feel like I don't know what the consequence will be to say no. I think I play it in my head. What's going to happen if I don't say yes? And how will someone else feel?
Well, let's take this one right here. You picked up a friend at 5:30 a.m. for what?
Coming back from vacation.
They were coming back from vacation. So they had money to buy the ticket to go wherever they went. They had money to pay for whatever they did on vacation. They had money to get back, but they didn't have money for parking or to get themselves to and from the airport at 5 a.m. This is unreasonable. It really is unreasonable. And the great thing, Karen, your friends are watching today. So now they're going to know that whoever that friend is that's asking her to pick them up at 5:30, she don't really want to do it, okay? This is not what she wants to do. So they won't be asking you anytime soon.
Help Karen and everyone out there understand where you draw the boundaries, though. That's the part that I would find so challenging.
Well, it's not that challenging. We've done it. Here are the boundaries right here. The things that she loves and she wants to redo, do them. These are your boundaries. I can't set them for you. Dr. Oz can't set them for you. You have to set them, and people will respect your boundaries if you do.
That's so beautifully stated. I must say it with a little more testosterone. The word no is the most powerful word in the English language.
So how come I can't say it?
You choose not to say it. You can say it.
Way to call me out.
Say it right now. Let us hear it.
No.
That is, put some bass in your voice, girl.
No.
All right.
There we are.
You can say it. You can say it. You just got to practice it. You can do it. No more of this, I can't. You can.
And you're
you can
worth
say
it
no.
as well. You're worth it as well. All right, when we come back, Dr. Tiffany's going to show all us how we can all learn to say no with that little gusto. We'll be right back.
Up next,
How do you make room for things that matter to you?
saying no can be a lot easier than you think.
I've got a 4-word answer that works every time.
So what is it?
This you've got to hear.
I love it.
No one would bother you, I promise.
And later,